Hello from ChiniCho.com. This is Mark Josie. Today I'll be talking about the Colt SAA Revolver in comparison to some other air revolver in the market today, including the Dan Wesson, maybe even the Crosman ones, or the Numerix 586 and such. So in our previous video, we already got into a very deep talk about the SAA compared to the Dan Wesson series. And as you can see, this and the Dan Wessons, okay, the Dan Wesson is no match for the SAA because the finish on it, the construction on it, and even the pellet and BB's compatibility with it is no match. You cannot really compare. It's totally a different class. But this is not very expensive compared to those. It's only about 150 bucks in Canada. So I think that for that price range is really well made. Okay, and also the cartridge or the shells, they look much nicer and can also load pellets. I can shoot 7-grain pellets at about 400 FPS. Now, talking about pellets, so some people are like, hey, Numerix, talking about pellets. We got a pellet revolver here. This is the Numerix Smith & Wesson. Whoa, I think I scratched it. Anyway, so there's a Numerix Smith & Wesson 586, and there's also a 686. It comes with a very nice and heavy clip that you put right here. Loads pellets, 10 shots. Okay. Now, if you talk about handling, weight, okay, this thing feels very realistic. When you take it, put it in hand, it feels solid. It feels very realistic, and the metal, it feels very nice. And well, it's not a shiny black or shiny blue finish, but it is blue steel, from what I know. There's no working cylinder though. Okay, there's only a clip, and the clip is what made it so weird. Yeah, so this one, let me compare. Holding this one feels very heavy too. This one feels about the same, but a little bit heavier. Okay, this one, it came with a box, some adjustable sight, a tool for removing the barrel. You can change the barrel from this to a 6-inch barrel kit, okay, or 8-inch. There's an 8-inch in the past. The hammer, very nice hammer. Okay, it still have a little bit of that return spring sound. Not as bad as the Dan Wesson though. Okay, let's take a look at this one. Dan Wesson. I hate this sound. You hear that sound? Very loud trigger return spring sound. This one, Smith & Wesson. It's very subtle, but it's there. You can feel that. It's more subtle. In real person, it doesn't really matter that much when you're speed shooting, but it does matter in terms of a little bit of details. Okay. Also, the double action on this one is much easier to pull with the trigger. Very smooth. The Dan Wesson is no way. Oh man, everything is like rock solid. So yeah, and the grip is slimmer on this one compared to the Dan Wesson. The Dan Wesson is super bulky. Everyone knows that. This one, you can really, yeah, you can grip it nicely. Feels right, and if it really does feel right to you. Okay, this one. But the worst part is the cylinder, the fake cylinder right here that doesn't work. That really bothers me, and that's why everyone is hype about the Dan Wesson, because you can open it like a real revolver, and even when you want to take photos or just hang it on the wall, it looks exactly like a real gun because of that part, right? The other one, you cannot say it looks like a real gun at all. Now look at this, like, wow, from far away, you cannot see that little silly fake cylinder right there. Okay, now this one looks really nice like that, right? So that's why everyone were into the Dan Wesson, because the cylinder looks very real. Unlike this one with a fake cylinder at the back right here that doesn't even work. So yeah, that really does bothers a lot of people. With the Colt SAA, okay, let's take a look at this one. The Colt SAA, you can see a real cylinder with shells inside, especially from this side. You can see the shells in between the gaps, and that's what makes it very realistic. Very, very realistic. And also not forget that no sound. Trigger return spring, there's no sound. No sound in the trigger return spring. Very, very well made pistol. It means that what's inside, how they assembled it, is really nicely done. And that is why it's so flawless. There's no play in the hammer. It's very rock solid. You cannot even move it when you cocked it. Okay? Wow. So everything is nice. And then people were dreaming about, hey, let's shoot pellets with the Dan Wesson. But then you cannot plug pellets into the shells. And then people start modifying these shells to shoot pellets. They drill and they make the stuff larger to hold pellets. But when it can hold pellets, it cannot hold BBs anymore. So you sacrifice the BB's shooting gun for only shooting pellets, and then you need to, rebuild the whole thing or make a new barrel for it. People start to take the Crosman 357 barrel and shove it into the 6-inch Dan Wesson. Well, that's a lot of work. And so Dan Wesson this year came up with the pellet version of the Dan Wesson revolver. And then they start to say, hey, we can shoot pellets with this, and you get a new shell. The shell, you know how ridiculous it is? You need to, first of all, there's this head that you need to unscrew, okay? Unscrew it, put your pellet inside the head of the shell, and then you put it back here. Now imagine doing that for 60 shots. You think we're a dumbass or something, like having all day long to reload the shells just for shooting one pellet? That is really ridiculous. Like, for collector piece, I would say fine, okay, it's a collection. But for practically shooting pellets, I mean, the Dan Wesson is not like a match grade pistol. It's not extremely accurate. Why the fuck on earth do you need to do so much to load a pellet in? It's a fun crinkling gun. It's not going to shoot like hole to hole in 40 yards or something like that, right? You're not going to pretend, some crazy shooter and then aim with a ring here and go, you know who I'm talking about. And then split a card like that. You're not going to do that, right? So, Dan Wesson, what Dan Wesson is about is their speed loaders, okay? You want to have your shells ready, plug your 6-shot in, bang, 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 okay? And then you want to unload your 6 shells, shove in another 6 shells, and then you want to do that kind of shit, right? That's why you have speed loaders and BBs. The BBs, they're cheap. And that's why Dan Wesson is good, because they're cheap, fast shooting, action shooting guns. Okay. This one, Umax made it a pellet version. More accurate, but still, it's not extremely accurate, given that it's not a super long barrel. It's not a very fancy barrel they put there. So it's not going to be like a very crazy gun for accurate. What I mean by accurate is compare that to the match grade pistol. It's not going to do that kind of accuracy. So you're not going to plug pellets into a very precious shell, one by one, preloading everything, and then go shooting. It's not going to work, right? The Dan Wesson pellet version revolver is just as ridiculous as this one. It's not going to give you that kind of accuracy, but you're doing so much work for just 1 or 6 shot. That's way too much. Now, the SAA revolver is different. Now, look at that. Okay, you load pellets from the back of the shell, right? Or BBs. For BBs, you shoot fast. So you just buy a ton of spare shells, and then you load it up, and you go play, right? Okay, to load BBs, you just take a tin can, a pellet can, fill that up with BBs, and then you take a shell. This is the bottom. There goes the BBs. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Done. Very easy. Premier Air's review already did that, and I tried it. It works. Okay, that's for BB shooting because you're doing it fast, right? So everyone wants speed. You can do it. For pellets, you put pellets into the shell like this. Okay, RWS match grade pellet. I use this because it gives me the accuracy I need. Or you can use the Crosman Premier 7.9 grains, which is very cheap. Okay, wad cutter. You put the head in first. Okay. Now it's in already. You cannot shoot it out like this. This is not going to work. What you need right now is I have a pellet seater. This is for my Annex 202 pistol, but you can also use a pen or something like that. Now you have to poke this pellet in so that it goes past that seal or halfway of that rubber seal. Now the pellet is going to shoot out of this thing. And not forget that, okay, this is the head, this is the tail. This part of the shell is actually about 1 inch of barrel there for the pellet to accelerate. And then it goes from there into the real barrel, and then it goes from here and about to here. That's like what, 6 inch or so of barrel right here. Okay, that's about 6 inch of barrel right here. So it goes from here to here. That's about like a 6 point something inch. Maybe I should measure it, but yeah, that's the amount of barrel length you get, and that's why you get 7 grain pellet can shoot about 400 FPS or 380 FPS at least. Okay, I have seen 398 FPS on my chrono test. Some of them goes over 400 on the first few shots of the CO2 too. So as you can see, this gun, okay, it's well built in terms of realism, practical style, and it's not like those nonsense where you have to put pellets in each shell separately by disassembling the shell. It's a total failure. Now, there are also different revolvers on the market before, which I also would say it's not really pretty and you cannot really compare to that one, the SAA, but it's still worthwhile to take a look at this. Okay, this is the Crosman 357 and the Vigilante revolver. They're the same thing. The Crosman, the old version, is slimmer in terms of the look, but it's actually the same thing. The Vigilante, they have a rail here, and the forward section is more tactical and modern looking, but the whole gun, the back is the same. You can even swap the grips and things. It's really about the same thing. These, they cost about 60 bucks, 50 bucks. Yeah. I call these cheap sprinkler. Okay? They're meant to be cheap and inexpensive pellet shooting guns. They give you better accuracy than BBs. Okay? You use the clip, break the top. There you go. Okay? It's supposed to be an action shooting gun. It's fast. Break it. Flip this out, put another one in, and you're good to go again. See, it's fast. It's cheap. It's meant to be cheap. You cannot compare these to a gun that costs like 3 times the amount. Okay, so I would say comparing that and asking, should I get the Crosman 357 or this one? It's not even a question to ask. It's like, will you spend 150 bucks or will you spend 50 bucks on a gun? It's different. Okay. So you can get a 357 for about 50 bucks or 60 bucks. This one, 150 bucks so far. So it's different, right? It's not the same kind of price range. Plus you got a brass shells, and you can have spare shells. You can have a nice trigger. That one you don't expect anything, right? So I would say, okay, this one, it's a fun sprinkler with nice BB or pellet compatibility. It's accurate. It's realistic. It's nice looking. Everything is good so far. I don't see a I don't even see any weak point for that gun so far, except for hard to aim, okay? But that's my problem. The 357 Crosman, they put a very nice hammer right here. It's actually a steel hammer from what I know, and it's very sturdy. You can hear how that return spring sound. Wow, very loud return spring, and that's what you get for 50 bucks. See? Well, it's obviously not the kind of nice trigger you get from the nice gun, of course, but it works, right? And it's not very hard to pull. It's not extremely hard to pull. So, yeah, this one for the power, you can fire 7-grain pellets about 450-ish FPS. But then the CO2 cools down very fast, and so the velocity also drops very fast. If you shoot very fast with this thing, like action shooting, you only get like 40 or 50 good shots and you're done. Like 40 good shots, I would say, you're done. This one, I have tried shooting like 60 shots and it still keeps shooting, so it's pretty nice. To the point somehow, after 60 shots, I personally, if I shoot pellets, I will just empty the CO2 out, slowly drain it out, and call that a day. You want the most CO2 or the best power for shooting pellets. So after 60 shots, it's better just empty the CO2, put a new one in, and the pellets will do better. But if you're shooting BBs just for fun, shooting at target, paper, whatever, it's fine. Keep shooting. You know, you get about 100 shots per CO2. It's very nice. So basically, that's the comparison. One more I want to compare today, but I figure out that it's best to leave it out. That really garbage gun. That is another Umbrex Smith & Wesson R8. It's the one with the clip that flips out. It's inside my drawer, but it's kind of deep. I can't really find it right now. Maybe I should find it, but actually what I want to say is that gun is really garbage. It's like, okay, if they try to make it real with the cylinder pops out, but then it uses the clip, and the clip holds the BBs, which it's not accurate, it's not powerful, and it's not realistic enough, and the whole thing is very plastic, so it's really garbage. You can might as well just skip that gun. Okay, here we go. Garbage. I mean, gun. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Very crappy trigger and hammer. Very hard to pull. And it's very stiff trigger. It even hurts your hand when you hold it. And also, when they return, there's a little snap there that even hurt your finger. And then it comes with a clip like this, which you can not even buy a spare clip when the gun is out. So you load 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You load 8 shots in here, okay? 8 shots. You load 8 shots in. You finish shooting your 8 shots, right? And what you have to do is take this out. You do not load BBs right from here. No. You need to take it out, flip it to your side, and then load from here. And after you're done, you need to press each BBs into the slot. And then you put the thing back here, which is very ridiculous. And then now you have 8 more rounds. Come on, like this is a fast shooting gun. Why the fuck do you want to spend so much time and hassle to load from here and not the back, right? If they really want to make this a fast gun, why not just, you know, put this here, okay? And then don't pop the thing out. Just take a BB and push it into each hole and call that a day. And then close it up and shoot, right? It's fine. You know, if you let us take BBs from a pocket, plug it one like that, the BBs are like the bullets. You plug it in one by one, put it back, and start shooting. Fine. But this one is ridiculous. You pop out the thing, and then you have to flip it over, and then you pop one, and then you need to press it, and then now you can put it back, and then, gosh, and there's no spare clips to buy. So what the fuck am I doing with this thing? It's like garbage, and the thing is made so plasticky, it's really toyish when you hold it. The grip, well, yeah, okay. Like the real Smith & Wesson logo, the grip is nicer, slimmer than the other ones. But you know what? Like, it's not a really accurate gun, and it's a fucking bitch to pull. You see, I can't even. It's so hard to pull the trigger sometimes, and it gets very stiff. And especially the texture on the trigger is so rough to the point that it really hurts your finger after shooting a while. Anyway, so basically I think I've shown you almost all the revolvers on the market today, the air revolvers. And you know what? I would say this year, Umarex did the best revolver so far is the Colt SAA. It's like insane amount of coolness there. Nice shells, nice power, nice accuracy, nice realism. Everything is done well. And that is why I'm making another video showing you the comparison of the Colt SAA versus the other revolvers. If you're still debating if you should get one of these or get one of the Dan Wesson, Dan Wesson pellet revolver, get the SAA right away, and that's it. You don't need any Dan Wessons if you already have one of those. The pellet version of the Dan Wesson, you will not even want to bother playing with those shells. It's insane amount of work for one shot, which is not going to give you superior accuracy anyway. So, who cares, right? This one, you can shoot pellets if you like. It's fine. You don't need to take the shells apart. So, I would say SAA all the way. Unless you like action shooting, then buy a Dan Wesson, the BB version, which you can load it with the speed loader and really fast. You know, with the speed loader, you can have a speed loader with shells and then keep poking into a tin can of BBs and it will fill up to 6 BBs right away. That's what I like about the Dan Wesson. But this one, perfect, really perfect. Okay, so basically that's my review or comparison video today. Hope you guys like it. It's a very honest review, seriously. Not going to sell you stuff unless it's really good. But this one is really awesome. So check it out, guys. The Colt SAA Revolver. Very nice gun. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe and like. Bye-bye!